Hi guys, so today's tutorial I decided I want to show you the word of brushes. I'm gonna go over each and every brush, why to use it, what's the purpose of it. If there is a difference between one and the other, I will tell you exactly what's the purpose for having it kind of different face. I will tell you exactly in my point of view if I think the brush is important to own or not important to own. You're just gonna be wasting your money on it. You really don't need it. For eye makeup, we have to make sure there are no harsh lines. If I open my eye or close my eye, I don't wanna see any harsh line whatsoever. So to achieve that, we have to own a blending brush. In the blending brush word, there are so many names, so many forms, so many materials that you can feel is different than the other. One is soft, one is harsh, just totally different. And it's really kind of confusing because you will be like, okay, what do I start with? What is that for? What is that for? Why is that harsh? Why is that soft? Let's get started and go over all of this. We will use a fluffy blending brush, just a regular fluffy blending brush that is kind of soft. This one is a Karity E31. That's a very affordable, cheap kind of brush. So that works just great to achieve that look. We do start with the transition color above your eye. Always start with a transition color above your eye before you start any makeup. My favorite number 2 brush is the Sigma Tapered Blending E40 brush. So that's exactly how it looks. If you can see, it's a blending brush and it has a kind of pointy end to it. What does that mean? And why is the tapered blending brush different than the regular blending brush? So the tapered blending brush is for you to apply color while blending at the same time. So it does 2 things in one brush. It applies the color and blends it at the same time. Why do I need this aside of the blending brush? So you do still need the blending brush. We need both of them. So that's for the tapered blending brush. You can also see a small tapered blending brush. That's a number E45. I usually use this for a smaller kind of eye that I work on. So you really don't need to have both. It really depends on the form of your eye. Now, another tapered brush is a Sigma Tapered Blending in a number E35. So I'll get the E40, which is the one that I use. Exactly same thing. Tapered blending brush, tapered blending brush. What's the difference between this one and this one? As you can see, the white one, it's just colors. You see only difference in colors. But let me tell you the difference. When you feel those brushes, the black one is softer than the white one. That doesn't mean this one is better than this one or vice versa. No, all it means is the white one, which is the harsh bristles one, has to be used on dark colors. So if you are using, let me say, black colors, very dark brown colors, extremely dark brown colors, I'll go for this white tapered blending E35 brush because it has harsh bristles, different kind of material, so it blends the dark colors better than the black one. The black one works as great, but for lighter color or shades that you are going to be using. Now let's go to the blending brush, just regular blending brush. As you can see, I will show you the difference just in case. I'll grab the white one so you don't get confused. So this one right here is the tapered blending brush. This one is the regular blending brush. So the blending brush is the number E25 and the tapered blending is the number E35. The difference between two, the tapered, I will repeat this. The tapered blending brush is to apply color and blend at the same time. So I apply and go in circular motions just like this to blend the color while applying it. At the other hand, just a regular blending brush in a number E25 is only for blending purposes. You can use it on light colors, but it will fade the light colors, kind of fade them. You need to use it only on blacks or very dark colors. So I'll just hold the brush, taupe it upwards, always taupe it upwards. It will change your technique of blending and kind of blend. Take your time doing this. If you just do it and look at the mirror, just do this and okay, it has to be blended. No, just take your time doing it. Be patient while blending your eyeshadow. So I'll be just grabbing this and do it in a circular motion, topping my hand upwards and blending it. Dark colors. Very good brush. I like this brush. There is also a pencil brush, E30. It looks very similar to it, but very smaller, let me say. Smaller than the other ones. So what is that for? This one is smaller and the bristles are condensed more than the blending brush. So as we can see, we can move those bristles easily. We cannot move those bristles easily. What is the use and the purpose of making a pencil brush? Now, pencil brush, if I have a dark color underneath my eye and I want to blend this dark color, a pencil brush will work perfectly for this. It's not as big, so it doesn't do a big mess, because under the eyes, we don't want it to be a mess. I have a Makeup Geek soft dome brush. That works great as if I'm using it as a tapered blending brush. It has also that pointy tip, which works perfectly for the same purpose, and it's not as expensive. Another great blending brush that is really inexpensive and that you can buy from any drugstore is the ecotools blending brush. It's a great brush, but they don't have any hard bristles, so you can't really get the soft look if you are using very dark colors. Now I will be showing you the brush that I personally use when I want to create a cut crease or when I want to blend a pencil color that I've drawn into my crease. I use the Finishing Crease by Sephora. I am in love with this brush when I want to do any cut crease or when I want to intense the color by applying darker colors to the inner corner of my crease. How to know if a shading brush is a good shading brush or not? The only difference is that you need to make sure it lays down the pigment perfectly. I will pick up, that's by Urban Decay in a blackout. I will be using black as a color to show you the difference. I will be using the shading brush E55 by Sigma, applying some and applying it right into my hand. See, it laid down the pigment perfectly. Now going to the ecotools shade brush tube, I will be doing the exact same thing and laying it into my hand as well. See the difference? That's much darker than this one. So you guys have to kind of invest in your brushes. That's a shading brush in a number E55. If you come across a brush just like this one, it's called all over shading brush, and that's also by ecotools. That's just to use it all over your eye if you want to just use a neutral color to cover up the vein. Now, you will come across a lot of names and a lot of forms for the shading brushes other than the size. So like this one, it's called medium angled shading brush, and that's in a number E70 by Sigma. Why do I need to use an angled shading brush? Good question. I really don't care much about this kind of brush, but why to use it? I use it, I'll just flip my mirror so I see myself. I use it if I wanna use a color just on the outer corner of my lid and to open it into the crease. So that's basically about it, to use this kind of brush. But a lot of other brushes will also do the same work that I like better. Let me give an example, like the short shade E20. That's a different size, but this one specifically, I use this to apply the intense color on the outer corner of my eye. If I want to use black color on the outer corner of my eye, I'll be using this brush. I'll be using this lays down the pigment perfectly. So I use this I can control the shading of my pigment on the outer corner of my eye with this kind of brush. You will also come across a flat definer brush. That's a number E15, and that's also by Sigma. Also, ecotools makes great definer brushes, and there is also that brand name that I bought on eBay. It was extremely cheap and I really like it. It's called Maannge in a number 5001E. I will be including this in my description bar as well. I hope you can see this. And a lot of the brushes I use, I really kind of like. One of them is Hard Bristles Blending Brush, and that's also by the same name brand. I don't know how to spell it, Maannge or whatever. I'll include this in the description bar. Going back to the same topic, definer brush. Why do I need a definer brush? Personally, I use this for more than one purpose. A cut crease. So if I wanna use, let me give an example, a pencil, jumbo pencil, whatever you have, to draw a line above, just slightly above my crease, to create that look of cut crease. I can't talk. Okay. If you want to do this, that's a great brush to do so as well. So I can just apply some on the tip of my brush and kind of draw that line with this kind of brush. Great brush. What to use it for other than this? What I use it for other than this, I'll grab another one because this is now dirty. That's my ecotools one. I always like to use concealer under my brow bone, on my brow bone, just after I'm done with my eyebrows. Today, I didn't use it. I was in a hurry kind of, and I already took a lot of time doing my makeup. So this kind of brush, whenever I use my concealer, I'll be just to go over my concealer and push it downwards. Definer brush, X, done. Now, the most important brush that I think I have to have, otherwise it wouldn't be the same, is my Sigma eyeliner in a number E05. That's an eyeliner brush. Now, you will come across angled eyeliner brush, this kind of eyeliner brush, and there are so many other ones in the market. I personally do not like to use the angled brush. I think this one, the small pointy brush, does the job much easier. It lets you control the way you wanna draw your liner, control the thickness that you want much better than an angled eyeliner brush. I do not care for an angled eyeliner brush. I would maybe use an eyeliner angled brush just maybe if I wanna draw a line also on my crease and go over my inner corner. But to be honest, again, I don't care for it whatsoever. That's my to-go eyeliner brush. Also another cheap one that you can use. Let me get it. Here we go. A cheaper eyeliner brush that you can use that also does the job perfectly. It's a Karity in a number E21. Now, also a great brush is a smudging brush, and that's by ecotools. It's just called smudge brush. That one I can also blend colors under my eyes. I like this brush. That's just in case I don't have very harsh and very dark colors. That works perfectly. If you have very dark and very harsh that you can't really blend and smudge with the smudger brush, just go ahead and use the pencil brush that I've just showed you. Any kind of pointy small brush that is not an eyeliner, it's just kind of more fluffy of a brush. I can use this to apply anything on my tear duct large fluff brush, and that's also by Sigma in a number E50. I like to apply any highlighter on my brow bone with this kind of brush. I know you're gonna think that's weird because it's kind of big brush, but this is why I own a large fluff brush. When I want to apply a light color as a highlighter into my brow bone, I don't want to see a big difference between my brow bone and above the crease that I've blended. Let's go over now very fast the brushes that I don't think I have to own, but just go over it. A bullet brush, which is just like this one. Condensed, let me tell you, it's condensed bristles and at the same time has a tip right here and it's kind of big. You can also use this to soften the harsh lines on the crease when you are using a cut crease. Not a go, I don't care about this. Any large, very large, fluffy brush that is for blending. Good brush for blending, I don't care for it, it's too big, so I think it It just delivers the color on the areas that I don't want any color to be delivered. So now going over the eyebrows brushes. Now I have many eyebrow brushes. I will go over those two ones that I have. Because I do makeup on clients, so I have more than what I should have for my own face. But for my own face, because I have hair on my brows, I will just use a regular angled brush. But I will always suggest you using that kind of wand, mascara wand, I guess it's called brow wand, to brush your eyebrows before you start anything. Otherwise, it will really look messy. Now, another brush that I want to talk about, it's the Build a Brow number 12 brush. If you can see, it has separate bristles over here and a wand as well. This one is specifically most likely for the people that don't have hair on their brow. It really delivers the pigment in a way that you are doing it as if it's your own hair. Now, I am not going to go over the face brushes. I changed my mind. I wanted to go over also all the face brushes that you would need, but I will keep this for a part number 2 because I just don't want to overwhelm you. This is already overwhelming. So get used to the brushes that you have. If you have any questions, just leave it in the comment bar. I will answer you. So go over those, memorize them, get used to them. Practice makes perfect. So you're not gonna get used to them from the first time or second time. Just keep on trying it over. You will get used to it, and I'll see you in part number 2 to go over everything you need to do with your brushes, or the purposes of your brushes on your face. What's important, what's not, what's a go-go, what's a waste of money. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe to my page for more videos, and I'll see you soon. Don't forget part 2. Bye.